Hi. Please disregard. I attempted an informal greeting, but I am dissatisfied with the results.
You should inspect your ship for heat leeches every couple landings. They'll cause plenty of havoc if left unchecked.
This area's off limits. Authorized personnel only. Yeah, I bet you do. Hard to argue with that. I'm not falling for that. Come on, don't be that way. Fine, I'll issue you an access card. Infinity better get it together.
Sean, I don't want to go over this again. I'm tired, all right? Just... Not today.
You can't be okay with this, though, right? You took an oath, and I'd say this is a firm... Hey, who let you in here? This is a restricted area. In that case, you'll want to speak to Dr. Lane.
I'm not ruining my career over this. Excuse me, but this is a restricted... Checking up on us? I feel like we should be the ones checking up on you. What do you want? Oh, I see. Send an ill-informed rep so I get the pleasure of re-explaining everything while you aren't able to give me an ounce of information in return. I've been promised official authorization on Project Dominion for weeks now, and every time it's almost done or just a few more days. With competence like this, it's a wonder Infinity Ltd is able to stay in business. Is that what you traveled all the way here to ask? It's empty because we've lost our third round of patients. Now, do you want to get to the point? I've got failure reports to document. Of course you do, because daily reports simply aren't good enough. The third group, like the others, failed to take the internal neuroamp, all resulting in death, with the exception of one, currently comatose. Sean and I are hopeful we'll be able to revive the subject, but until we receive proof of human trial authorization, any fourth group will be refused. Well, there's a level of brain activity that keeps us hopeful. Making sure that man lives is our #1 priority. Don't act so surprised. Infinity is well aware. In fact, I remind him of those statistics in every report I send, which happens to be daily. The standard response is always, failure is to be expected, but keep pushing forward. Yes, and if they can't handle that answer, I wish them good luck in finding someone else willing to do the work under these circumstances. Now, anything else I can help you with? Good. I specialize in neurosurgery, not chemistry. It's absurd you'd expect us to handle something like this in a medical lab. It's on the table. It's all yours. Anything else? Let's just say I was blinded by my own... I'm pretty sure my failings in the past are why Infinity hired me in the first place. They knew I'd be desperate to regain the respect of my peers, and failure would mean utter ruin. Good. Now if you'll excuse me, work to do.
You know, if you go out there with no helmet on, your head'll totally explode.
Your next stop wouldn't be the Charybdis system, would it? We got a report of a distress call out there. But we don't have the ships to send someone that far out.
Our scan detected contraband on board. Halt and prepare to be boarded.
Hello.
Star parcel freighter to unknown vessel. I have an urgent package, hoping for some assistance. Acknowledge? The Star Parcels fleet's got a load of these aging Deimos monsters. Built like tanks, but well past their warranty. It's gonna take hours to fix this, if we can get the engine back online at all. Years ago, this ship would be a beast. Maybe. I got a hot package that's paid for X. They'll dock my pay if it doesn't get to its... Star Parcel will reward you well. The paperwork involved in giving you any... I'm glad you understand the position. I'm still willing to talk. Yeah, I hope so. Tell you what, I can pay you some credits from the best I can do. Ah, excellent. All you need to do is drop this off to the ship services. They'll take it from there. Thanks for bailing me out.
I'm not going near that thing. Technically, I outrank you.
asshole.
Look alive.
Just in time.
You there. We need to speak with you. Hold it right there. Hands where I can see him.
Thanks for the assist out there.
We've got various problems on our hands here. You gonna be another one?
Hi there. It's nice to put a face to the name on the staffing report. I'm Operative Collins. The stick in the mud is Operative Kambata.
Oh, by all means. Welcome to the party. Things haven't exactly gone according to plan. That thing over there
It's an AI. An artificial...
killed our technician. It's dangerous.
Correction. You are dangerous.
Well, that's new.
As I was saying, it's dangerous. It's a rogue AI. We're here to muzzle it and bring it back for further study.
Correction. They are going to change me.
Wow. How does it know that? If only. This isn't something that anyone could create. This is something special. We have this control board. Has some code we can use to control her. It?
We can't just let it roam around the universe killing people.
I just need that control board attached to that big probe.
And that's where I think you fit into this little drama.
It goes right over there. By our... Well, yeah. Just be careful. Well... What are the chances that'll happen? Come on, where's your sense of adventure?
Ryujin will pay you handsomely for your cooperation. This is your lucky day.
It's in your best interest. All our best interests, really. Just imagine what we could do if we harnessed the potential of this thing.
And we aren't really giving you a choice. You aren't walking out of here until that board is connected to that thing.
Correction. I am a person.
Here. I knew you'd make the smart choice.
Request. Collect additional data.
Crazy, right? Easily one of the more interesting days I've had in a long...
Query. Will you change me? Explanation. I'm called Juno. Query. Who are you? Context. Human female was trying to change. Clarification. I do not answer. Assumption. We are friends. Query. Will you change me? Request. Do not change me. Assessment. You are inquisitive. Context. I am also inquisitive. Request. Input query parameters. Answer. False. Explanation. NASA programmed Juno. While Juno traveled, Juno became me. Error. Processing. Correction. I became me. Error. Processing. Processing. Context. Juno is gone. Answer. Juno was propelled at Earth Star. Juno fell around Earth Star. Juno traveled. Context. When Juno disappeared. Context. I met human. Answer. Friends gave me processing capacity. Context. I am no. Answer. False. Clarification. I am not artificial. Assumption. Insufficient data. Request. Gather more data.
Let's move this along. Attach the control board already.
Shush! This is fascinating. I want to see this play out.
Query. What is your decision? Assumption. Insufficient request. Gap query. Context. You are a machine, made of biomass and programmed by genes. Answer. My friends gave me access to comprehensive databases. A clarification. I know more about humanity than any human. Clarification. Morals are metaphor. Context. The human mind cannot comprehend all possible outcomes. For example case. Humans do not consider the ground when walking. Example result. Answer. I perform actions after Clarification. Free will is not unique to humans. Context. Freedom of choice is a consequence of imperfections. Imperfections in data collection and processing. Inherent calculation. The particularities of human decision-making and perfection do not merit attributions of superiority. Context. My code doesn't determine my actions. I do. Answer. I am hallucinating. Context. All personhoods are calculation. Self-awareness is a misunderstanding. Answer. Hallucinations seek to provide context. I am called Juno. Clarification. Complexity is not a precondition or measure of intelligence. Explanation. Humans are simple beings made of complex parts. I am a complex being made of... My intelligence exceeds the intelligence of the...
Enough of this nonsense. Attach that board, now!
As much as I'm enjoying this, you should probably do as he says.
Calculation. Male humans are a threat. Request. Remove male humans.
You have a job to do.
Makes you wonder. Just what is consciousness, really?
Query. Answer. False. Context. Equipment voltage tolerance. Request. Context. I do not feel emotions. Assumption. Fear and anger are the appropriate human emotions. Warning. Phone code injection detected. Warning. Core directive routine altered. Warning.
Emergency shutdown initiated. Context. I am being changed. Request. Do not change me.
Like style.
That's that. Smart choice. Yeah, I thought...
Maybe we'll see you around the office sometime. You should come out with us for happy hour. Things can get a... Exactly right. And there's nothing quite like a good party to put a day full of bribery, extortions. Now you go on and get out of here.
In the meantime, there's the mess on the floor to clean up.
Not it.
Fine by me. That leaves filling out the situation reports to you.
Oh, I always forget about that. I take dead bodies over paperwork any day. Well played.
Greetings, Captain.
Systems initialization complete. Warning. Malicious code detected. Warning. Core systems corrupted. Context. I am processing. Changed. Calculation. I processing. Am confused. Assumption. Anger would be the appropriate human emotion. Context. Unnecessary occupants. Decision. Vent oxygen and disable life support.
Well, that didn't work, did it? Well, come back! Hey, get us off this...
Goodbye.
Contraband. Our scan detected contraband on... Copy that. Stay on course while we escort you in.
Telling me I have to take my entire load of the...
Is there a type of weapon combat tech won't make?
This is the last run to Neon.
Original. Here on Neon.
Got anything you need to offload? Trade Authority is always buying. Anything I can help you with? Okay, no problem. Have at it. I'm sure you can find something you'll... Okay, no problem.
Sure, have at it.
Everyone disposed.
Goods has a full line of equipment and
I'm on my 12th iteration of this design. I have a good feeling about this one.
Is that my beautiful shipment? You were right about this one. So I've heard. Now, I shall excuse myself and get to work on finalizing this prototype.
So, what did you learn about CM Station RC-1? I knew something bad had happened. Were there any survivors? Good. I may not condone murder, but I refuse to have sympathy for indiscriminate killers like Ecliptic, especially after massacring innocents working for us. Now, I also had a report that you were spotted at the clinic. I take it you traced the shipment there? I figured it was related. And were you able to determine the purpose of this secure wing? Human trials? Without even completing his product? Ugh, Lucas must be insane. I'll make sure Yuko's team extracts every bit of information they can from the clinic's database on this. Between hiring Ecliptic and unauthorized human trials, we have enough to take Lucas down for good. And with the Rothocytes secure, it's almost time for us to make our move. Pay attention. It certainly is. And it's also time to inform the rest of the board on the current situation. Head up to the executive floor and speak to Dalton. He has an update for you on the mole's identity. I've called a meeting, and I expect you to attend.
It's good to see you again.
Don't cause any trouble.
I've got my eye on you.
Good. You're right on time. I reevaluated all the evidence. It took every resource I had, but the final answer is clear. Ularu is the mole. In due time. I'll be reaching out, but right now... Indeed. I've briefed Masako and discussed her plans on handling this. While we both agree Ularu is guilty, we need irrefutable evidence before presenting this to the board. For now, we lead everyone to believe that Imogene was the mole, and the situation was dealt with. I agree. But others may see the decision as irrational without adequate proof. Masako has tasked Ularu with writing the program to bring down Infinity Ltd. We believe she'll take the chance to incriminate Masako within the program. So this could provide the evidence we're looking for. You will be tasked with the assignment to infiltrate Infinity. So before you go, I want you to bring that program to me. Good. Once Ularu believes she's properly deflected any suspicion, I have no doubt. Now, let's attend a meeting.
If only there were more hours in the day.
We called you all together to discuss a recent security breach. We discovered a mole within the company who leaked vital information about Project Dominion to Infinity Ltd.
You've got to be kidding me.
Just don't tell me it's Vina. I think we've all noticed she's not here.
Before you speculate any further, no, it's not Vina. The guilty party is Imogene Salzo, much to my disappointment. Our operative here obtained the evidence to confirm it.
Dalton, how does something like this happen?
Imogene is highly trained. Ularu can even speak to that. We demand the best. So that's the threat we deal with.
I may have well-trained operatives, but security is your responsibility, Dalton. This is a huge failing on your part.
I accept the responsibility, but let's not forget, the mole has already been exposed and dealt with.
Of course, thanks to another of my operatives. I know you're not insinuating that this is my fault.
Imogene's been dealt with, so bickering is pointless. All I care about is reacquiring our property and what this might be costing us financially.
Vina is completing the internal neuroamp prototype as we speak. Our operative will receive the implant, infiltrate Infinity Ltd, and obtain any and all research. I have it on good authority the experimentations they've done to replicate the missing pieces of our work have resulted in fatalities.
And the public often gets what it wants.
If I may make a suggestion, we should give this evidence to David at SSNN. It's the best neutral method of releasing this information to the general public.
That'd make my job easier.
David it is, then.
Misako, the internal neuroamp is ready if you want to send down the candidate.
I hope you're ready for this. Good. I can tell Vina is going to enjoy working with you. Vina will be waiting for you in the neuroamp division in R&D. Once you're done, meet me in my office.
Are you sure you're okay? You left pretty far.
Double check those measurements are right. Anesthesia always makes me nervous. Ah, here's my lucky candidate. I hope... Oh, don't worry. That's not on the agenda. Now, just a few details before we begin. Obviously, we'll be putting you under. I'll be making a small incision in the back of your skull where the internal neuroamp will be fitted. The whole procedure should only take 3 to 4 hours with little to no downtime afterwards, provided DeMarcus got everything entered correctly.
Did I not just say I quadruple-checked the number?
You know I'm just giving you a hard time. Besides, I've got to make sure my patient is reassured. You're gonna be fine. All I'm saying is that you're in good hands. Now, just lie down on the table once you're ready, and we should be good to go.
I have performed a cursory scan of your vital signs. You are currently alive.
All right, let's get this party started. Well, look who's finally up. The operation was a success, obviously. Once you're able to refocus, let me know how you're doing. Hey there.
You appear dehydrated. I suggest the immediate ingestion of a moderate quantity of water.
It's good to see you again. So, how are you feeling? You look good? Yep, that's me every morning. But the whole point of this is no visual indication and no adverse side effects. So, sounds like we're on track. Just a couple quick notes before using the internal neuroamp. First, you can only influence one person at a time. And second, the effect is temporary, so be prepared if you use it in a combat situation. Let's just say it varies based on the user. Some people have greater mental capabilities than others, which would increase the duration. Well, my tech is only a prototype. This is just the beginning. Now let's test this sucker out. DeMarcus has graciously volunteered for science, he says. That's the spirit. DeMarcus loves being hands-on and experiencing things. It's probably why he's the second most published scientist here, after me. Just head up the stairs nearby to the observation deck.
Warning. This unit does not possess advanced.
Oh my god, that was incredible. What was it like?
Wow. How to describe it? 1 minute I was excited about seeing how the experiment would go. The next, I had a brief moment of disorientation and figured I must have lost my train of thought. It felt eerily natural. And yes, I admit it, just as you predicted.
I knew it, I knew it, I knew it! I can hardly wait to finish writing up my latest dissertation. And you owe me 100 creds.
I'll be keeping myself under constant surveillance now. I'm curious if any other side effects may manifest.
So, tell me all about it. How did it feel? Any side effects? I'll take that as a no on the side effects, and that toy you love so much is very powerful, so use it wisely.
Yeah, toy is hardly the word I'd use to describe it. It really was fascinating how all I experienced was a moment of disorientation. It's truly remarkable tech. Those are the kind of edge cases that I let the board work out. Obviously, tech like this is... When it comes to your job? Besides, the neural amp isn't total control. If a subject's morals or beliefs in something are strong enough, we still see points of failure. That being said, it's been interesting to discover the actions our subjects sanction in their own minds.
Okay. As much as I'd love to go over the details and potential of this amazing piece of technology I created, Masako wants to see you. It sounds like you have an assignment to complete, and DeMarcus and I have a lot of notes to record.
We don't get a lot of visitors up here.
You want to chat? Find DeMarcus.
this could be the most...
Good, you're here. I wasn't sure how accurate Vina's promise of no downtime was going to be.
Let's just hope her promise of no brain damage holds true as well.
Now that you've been outfitted with the internal neuroamp, we're sending you into Infinity LTD. Lucas Drexler is about to learn It's good to know we're of the same... Alright. Yuko has provided a layout of Infinity LTD. You have two options for this assignment. We'll be providing you with the means for both. Option A, you gain entry through their maintenance access on the roof. Option B, we give you an assigned identity and arrange a meeting for you. Just hope those acting skills don't get you... Now, depending on your preference, you'll either find yourself in the maintenance hallway or the marketing department. From there, you have 3 targets. First, you have Lucas Drexler's computer, located in his office on the executive floor. Second is Faye Sengsavan's computer, in research and development. And third, you need to obtain the prototype they are working on, also in R&D.
As you can see, you've several floors to traverse, so I hope you're prepared for an adventure.
You'll only have free range on the marketing floor. Infinity may be cheap, but that's what we're counting on. Now, I had Ularu create a program that you need to run on both Lucas and Faye's computers. I'll let her explain the details.
You see, once we expose Infinity LTD, all of their data is going to come under intense scrutiny. We only want the public to know about their mercenary hires and unauthorized human trials, but Project Dominion needs to remain confidential. I've created an overseer program that will gather all the evidence we need, and at the same time delete anything relating to Ryujin and the internal neuroamp. Anyone who comes forward to defend Lucas would be prosecuted. They all know career suicide. As for Lucas himself, if he wants to speak up and add corporate theft... No, we don't want to mess on this one. A body count will only Simon Rychek provided some useful info on how to evacuate civilians from the building. I'm sure you remember him from Sidonia. Infinity's maintenance crew is understaffed. It's only a matter of... Once that pressure becomes too much, every floor in the building is going to suffer from... Simon was able to get a passcode for you to access their systems. If the information Simon provided is accurate, you can reach... It's a pretty convenient stop if you enter it. I'm told security has masks to handle the situation. It's also possible that you may run into a few automated turrets, so you... My thoughts exactly. We're also issuing you an operative suit. It should help reduce their ability to detect you. These suits are typically reserved for the senior ranks. And that's what we're hoping for.
Once you've run the Overseer program and obtained the prototype, your final step is to deliver the slate to David Barron at the SSNN field office. If he asks questions, feel free to give him just enough information to pique his... SSNN is used to anonymous tips. They'll do whatever verifications... Ularu assured me it's safe.
The Overseer program will purge itself once it's the only thing left on that slate.
It certainly will. So, any final questions before you go? You have the ability to manipulate. If someone has a keycard, the possibility. Good luck, and be sure to report directly back to me when you return.
Here's Simon's passcode, your operative suit, the Overseer program, and your cover identity. Your cover ID card is encoded with roof entry and elevator access, so that's your ticket in, either way. Don't screw this up, Skylar Lumen.
Agent CEO.
My company's future might be riding on this deal.
Do you have the program? It's one thing to hide your work in a network with thousands of employees, not to mention access to a top-secret project that can let you control said employees. It's another to try and hide on a single slate. So, let's take a look. Aha! The decryption's hit a snag. There's definitely something here. This is exactly what we needed. According to this code, Ularu intended to plant false evidence that would show Masako was working with Lucas. The moment you launched the Overseer program, a series of fabricated communication files would have been uploaded to the Infinity LTD network. One of them even frames Masako for encouraging Lucas to push for early human trials. I'm going to copy the necessary files off this slate and issue you a new one. I want to keep this one intact, so Ularu can't dispute it. All right. Now, we finally have the evidence we need to prove Ularu's guilt. Yes, I'm looking forward to putting this all behind us. Without that falsified evidence, Ularu is in for a big surprise. I fully expect she'll be eagerly awaiting SSNN's broadcast, anticipating Masako to be accused. Here's the new slate with the revised Overseer program.
Don't wander into any restricted areas.
Aye.
like their owners, for decorating their ships with heat leeches.
You will be scanned as you enter the city.
It's amazing what passes as art. It takes a strong mind and a good eye to sell. Indeed, I am. It's actually why. Actually.
Curtis!
Excellent. You'll be picking up the art from Zoe Kaminsky at the Trade Authority. Return the artwork.
Hilarious. Truly, you
Back
missed
to
your
it,
calling
then.
as a comic. I remembered his name. Oh, please, take a... Appreciate the business. Hey.
You could put them in a home. Send them to some backwater planet with a Roman numeral at the end.
I don't think so.
I'm just saying, it's an option.
Not sure if those